Hello all.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. So very good evening. So sorry for the delay. So we'll start the session now. Okay. So in the last class we saw about modules and packages. I hope you had a fair idea about how to create modules and how to uh, call the functions and other objects present inside the module, and then how to create packages and how to create a package inside a package, and how to use the init function to initiate all the modules present inside the package. Okay, fine. So today let us see about the next topic, which is on files. Okay, actually files is a very simple topic. So we have few commands, okay, to remember, and those are all very simple commands as well. Okay, and then there are certain modes in which a file could be opened. Okay, we will be discussing about that. So we know what is a file, right? So a file is nothing but like a place where we store the data. Okay, so what is the advantage of using a file? If you want some data not to be erased from the disk, okay, we use at that purpose we use files. Okay, so normally whatever output we see in the console, okay, so we have this terminal, right? So whenever we run a program, we execute a program and we'll get the output. Okay, all those output are not stored, right? Okay, suppose I want to make a change in a particular input, and then I want that to be existing forever. So at that time I'll just open a file and then store all the output inside a file, and then I can use it for further future use. Okay, so if you want anything to be persistent in a system, we use files. Okay. Okay. So to open a file, we have a function called open. That's all. Okay. So for open, we will pass two parameters. So the first parameter is the file name. Okay. And the second parameter is a combination of mode and format. Okay. That is also a string. Okay. The first one is a file. First argument is a file, and second file name, and second argument is the mode and format combination. Okay, so like and both the arguments are strings. Okay, very important, both the arguments are strings. Okay, you cannot directly give it as a variable. Sorry, it should be strings. Okay, just remember that the whatever arguments you're passing to the open, both should be um strings. Okay, so now let us discuss about what is this mode and what is this format. Okay, see, if you have any doubts, quickly you can ask. Okay, so immediately you can stop me and ask, no problem. So there are actually four modes. One is read mode, write mode, append mode, and then exclusive mode. Okay, so and these are the symbols as well. So for read, this is read mode. So as you all know, we open a file just to read. We are not going to change any content. Okay, so just for reading we use this read mode, and this is just for writing. If you want to write something into a file.
Hello.
Yeah, Edwin.
Are you talking?
Yeah, am I audible, guys?
Sir.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, sir, we can hear you.
Okay, I think Edwin should check his microphone. Just a minute, I will reply to Edwin.
I think he should check his sound source.
Yeah, I replied him. I replied him. Edwin, are you able to hear now? Think no. Okay. Fine. So next is the write mode, and like this write mode is used to write into a file. Okay, and there are like if a file already exists, so this write mode is also used to create a new file. Okay, if the file doesn't exist, it will create a new file. And one more important thing, if the file already exists, what it does is it will erase all the content inside the file and it will create a fresh new file. Okay, so even though if you have a content, okay, if you open it using the write mode, it will look like a new file without any content. So this append mode, what does this append mode does is, if you want to write a file, write into a file which already has a content, okay, and you want to add more content, okay, on top of it. Okay, now what we do is we use this append mode. Okay, suppose there are 4 lines, you want to write to into the 5th line, 6th line and all, you will use this append mode. And if the file does not exist, it will create a new file. Okay, creates a new file if file does not exist. Else it appends the text. Fine. And this exclusive mode. So this is exclusive mode is similar to write mode, and only difference is it will create a new file only if the file does not exist. Okay, it throws error if file exists. Understood, right? So the exclusive mode is used to create a new file. Okay, if it doesn't exist, if it exists, then it will throw an error. So when do we use this exclusive mode is that if a file is already existing and we don't want to like literally damage that file. Okay, or so what happens if we use write mode, the file is already present, it will get deleted, right? Okay, it is almost called deleting. Like all the content will be removed and then a new file with empty a new empty file is being created. That is what the write mode does. Whereas this exclusive mode will check for the existence of the file. Only if it doesn't exist, it will create a new file. So these are the 4 different modes. Okay. And coming to the format, any doubts in the modes? We'll see examples. Okay. If you have doubts, you can ask me now. And there are 2 formats. One is the text format. Another is the byte format. Okay. So this text format, what happens is like if you are processing a normal text file, we use this text format. Okay. And then if you're processing any like multimedia content like image or audio or video, so those kinds of content, okay, you'll use byte format usually. We can also process the text file using byte as well, but the content will not be able to visualize it properly. Okay. So like, normally for processing a text file, we use this text format. And we are going to deal only with text format. So like, we need not bother about this byte format at all. So we'll be using only this text format for doing any process. Okay. Fine. So the first operation that we're going to do is opening a file. So the file, the function open, what it does is it will open the file and then it will give a file pointer. Okay. The file pointer is nothing but like from where the process should start. Okay. So that is called the file pointer. Usually the file pointer will be pointing to the first location. Okay. So I'll create a new file. The name of the file is going to be input.txt. Okay. And it is present in the same folder where um, our col.py file is present. Okay. See, I'm working on col.py. So I'm creating an input.txt file in the same location where the col.py is present. So if the file is present at any other location, okay, what you have to do is you have to give the complete path from the home directory. Okay, if it is present in the same folder, then we need not worry about the complete path. Just the file name is enough. I'll show you here. See, col.py is this is a file in which our main program is present. Okay, and this is the file in which the text content is present. Okay, so let us write a few statements. Okay, so now I'll just write f is equal to open of input.txt. Okay, I told you, right? The first argument is going to be the file name, comma, I should give the format, sorry, mode and format. Okay, so the mode in which I'm going to open is read mode and it is a text file, so T. Okay, and if I don't specify the second parameter at all, by default it will take it as read mode and text format. Okay, so I'll tell you this particular statement can be written in two different forms. Okay, so all these three statements will serve the same purpose. Okay, so by default the format is going to be the text format and the default mode is going to be read mode. Okay, and we cannot simply give T. Why? Because the first argument that is inside the string, the first value is always the format, sorry, the mode. The second value is, or the second character is going to be the text, the format. Okay, got it? So this is wrong. You cannot give like this. Open of. Okay, so the first statement, second statement, and fourth statement. In all these three will do the same thing. It'll open a file in read mode and then text format. Okay. Now, as simple as that. This line will read the entire. Okay, it'll create a file pointer. So using this file pointer, we can. Okay, we just access the file and then read the content. So for reading the content, that is also very simple. Okay, so this read function, that's a function called read. Okay, so what it does is, okay, this will read the entire content of the file and it will give a string. The complete content of the file is going to be in a form of a string. We'll see that. So I'm going to store that string in the variable called yes. So yes is equal to f dot read. That's it. Okay. So print of yes. Okay, so the entire content of the file, I'm printing it. So I got this output. Okay, so we can give one more parameter to read. So that's nothing but the number of characters you want to read. Okay, suppose if I give 10. Okay, now what happens is in this file, the first 10 characters would be read. Okay, so in the first line there are 5 characters and there is a new line character. Okay, that is also included in the count. So apple, a new line, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so OREAN. So totally 10 characters are present here. Understood? So how much ever number we give, those many characters would be read. Suppose if I give 1000, okay, there are no 1000 characters, right? So now what happens is how much ever is possible, those many amount of characters will be read. If the number given is very large, okay, larger than the file size, as simple as that. If we give a smaller value less than the file size, then those many characters will be read. That's all.
So default value?
Default value, if you don't
Hello?
give, the entire file will be read.
Okay.
There's no default value. If you don't give any argument, the entire file will be read. So there are two more functions to read the content. So the second function is read line. The third function is read lines. Okay, so what this read line do is it will just read the first line. Okay, present. Okay, it will just read the first line from the file pointer. Okay, or it will read till the first slash n is encountered. Okay, so okay, let me give, I'll comment this. Then I give s is equal to f dot read line. Okay, can you see the first line alone has got read, and along with the new line we have to make a note of that. See, you can see an extra line coming over here, right? That is because this line, this read line will read that slash n as well. Okay, that is included in the content. Okay, now okay, let us see what is this read line doing. If I give first, okay, so now tell me what will happen to the file pointer after performing this operation. This is the file, right? Sorry. Yeah. So this is the file. So now after reading the first line, what happens to the file pointer after doing this f dot read line? So initially, if we just simply open a file using read mode, the file pointer will be present over here, which is at the 0th location. Understood? If I perform this read line, so the first line is read, right? So automatically the file pointer comes over here to the beginning of the second line. That is why if I put one more read line, okay, see, first read line I'm printing yes. I'm performing another read line. This is the output of the second read line. Any doubts in this? Okay, so now what will happen to the file pointer? Where will that be present? It will come to the beginning of the third line. Okay, are you able to follow? Any doubts?
Could you please repeat that?
Sorry, Edwin, not able to get you properly.
I was asking if you could repeat that small
Repeat.
bit. Yeah.
Okay. See here, this f dot read line, is that right? Okay. So in file, everything works with the file pointer. File pointer is nothing but the see now let us assume that this cursor is the file pointer. Pointer means it is pointing to something, right? Okay. So like initially the file pointer will be present at the 0th position. If a fresh file is opened, it will be pointing to the 0th position. Now, if I perform this f dot read of 10, okay, I'll put print of yes. So now what happens is, after reading the first 10 characters, the file pointer will start pointing to the it will stand at the 10th location. So it will start reading from the 11th position. Got it? Okay. So this 10 characters are read. So the file pointer is currently present over here. So next, this f dot read line, what it does is it will read the text till a new line is encountered. So the second output will be GE and a new line. And the third output will be life is beautiful. Okay. So this is the output of the first statement. That is read of 10. Understood? And this is the output of the second statement, read line. And the third statement, read line, life is beautiful. Understood, Edwin?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Fine. So this is read line. And we have this read lines. Okay. So read lines, what it does is it will read all the lines and it will return a list of lines. Okay, a list of string actually. So this apple will be on string, orange is second string, and life is beautiful is the third string. And it will come in the form of a list. Okay, the output of read lines is a list of strings. Very simple. Okay. So I'll write ESL. Okay, string list is equal to f dot read lines. Okay, so this is the first string, second string, which is second line as well, and life is beautiful, the third line. Okay. So this is about reading a file. Now let us see how to write into a file. So f is equal to, what is the mode? Open off. So now let me open a file which is not present. Okay, so I have input.txt. Okay, I don't have like sample.txt, right? So I'll just open sample.txt. And for writing into a file, we have two functions. One is write itself, and the second function is write lines. Okay, so these two functions are there. And what is the mode in which I have to open the file? To write into a file, I have to open it using write mode. That's it. W. Yeah. So for writing into a file, I should have some text. Okay. So T is equal to I have two texts. Okay, one is T and one is S. I want to write this into the text file. So now if I open this sample.txt, this file is totally empty, right? Okay, so no doubts, the file pointer is going to be pointing at the 0th location because no content is there. Nowhere else it can point, right? So it will point at the 0th location. Now if I do f dot write off, so I should pass one string, which is the T. Okay. So now let us see. Now we can see there is no sample.txt, right? So I have saved this code and I'm going to the console and coming over here. So while executing, let us see what happens. Okay, can you see a new sample.txt got created? So let us open this. And you can see the Python programming has got written into the file. Okay. Now let us do one more thing. I'm going to write the second text as well. Write off, yes. Now what do you think would be the output? What do you think would be the file content?
Python programming and welcome all.
Okay. So will it be in separate lines or in the same line?
Same line.
In the same line, continuously, without any gap?
Yes, I think so. There is no.
Yeah, very good. Correct. See, I have not given any slash in or space or something like that over here, right? So what happens is first this T will get written to the file, okay, which will give this output. And after that, immediately I'm writing yes, okay, which is welcome all. So once this statement gets executed, it will write this Python programming and the pointer will be present over here only, right? The file pointer will be present over here. So if I write yes, welcome all, it'll write continuously after this G. Okay. Now let us see. Okay. Can you see the file got changed? Python programming, welcome all. Okay. So if you want the file to be formatted, okay, it is the task of the user to do that. Okay. So how we want to like represent, like if you want to represent using a space, hyphen space, then you can do that. Or if you want a slash in, if you want that to come in the next line, you should do this. It's like this, whatever formatting you want, you should do. It is the user's responsibility. Okay. Now if you see, okay, Python programming, welcome all. Fine. And you can see one more thing, every time the entire content is being overwritten. Okay. So that is the um, purpose of write mode. Okay. Every time a new file will be created, okay, if the file is already existing, it will erase all the content and then it will write the text whichever we are writing. Yeah. So this is write. And then next is write lines. So for write lines, so what does this read lines give? This read lines will give a list of strings, right? So similarly, the write lines will take a list of string and then write it inside the text file. So now we have to understand two things. One is it going to print it? Okay, is it going to like write the lines one after the other? That is, will it automatically give a new line after every string is being written, or we have to manually give? Okay, this one you have to understand. So let us create a list. So f dot. So I have 4 strings written write lines, okay, of SL. Okay, this is the file content, right? Before that, let me give a slash n over here as well. So welcome Python programming, welcome all. Then it will come to the next line. Okay, now we have to understand how these strings are going to be printed inside the file. Okay, so all the elements are written one after the other. New line is not given. So what you have to do? We have to specify slash n, or is there any other parameter? No parameter. Okay, that's it. Understood? That's it. Okay. So now let us open the sample.txt using append mode. And two things you have to understand in append mode. First is whether is it going to create a new file, the file doesn't exist. Second is if the file already exists, what happens? Okay. So f is equal to open of. First, let us open a file which doesn't exist. Input.txt is there. Okay. Sample.txt is there. I'll create one more file, test.txt. Okay. So test.py only is there. Txt is not there. So it is a non-existing file. Test.txt, comma, append mode. And you can see everywhere I'm not giving the format because by default the format is text only. Okay. Now I'm not going to do any other operation. I'm just going to open the file. So if I execute, there's no append mode. Sorry. It is actually a comma, right? So there is no like test.txt. If I execute this code, you can see test.txt got created. Okay. So it is creating a new file. So if the file doesn't exist, it will create a new file. Now, if the file is empty, and then I'm trying to write something. Okay, let me write the same thing. So a write operation, it is the same. Okay, I just copy this. Okay, so now the file is already existing, but it is an empty file. I opened it using append mode, and then I have used both the write formats. Okay, one is the normal write, and second is write lines, and it is working for append. Okay, and so if I perform the same operation again, if I run this code again, what happens? If I execute this code once again, what will happen?
We'll write again.
Yeah.
Yes. So the same content will be repeated once again below this apple. Okay. Got it? Okay. If I execute again, one more time. Again, one more time. Okay. So this is the purpose of append. The file has content already. It will keep writing below the existing content. Okay. Fine.
Sir?
Yeah.
So, what is the difference between write and append? There also, if the text is already written, it was rewriting over and over, and here also again.
It is not rewriting here, right? It is just adding the new content below the existing content. Okay. So now let us see like okay, 1 minute. See, now I'm changing into W. Okay, this append mode I changed it to W. So what will happen if I execute this code? Yes. Yes.
It will again write that all.
But what will happen to the existing content?
That will be deleted.
Yeah, correct. So that will be deleted and then only the new content will be there. Okay, got it. Okay. So now exclusive mode. If I use this exclusive mode and try to open this test.txt, which is already present, right? Test.txt is already present. So now let us see what happens. It'll throw an error. Okay, the error is file exists error. Understood? So this exclusive mode will create a new file only if the file doesn't exist. So if I put test1.txt, okay, and there's no test1.txt here, right? If I execute it now, you can see a new file got created, test1.txt. And if you see the content, this is the content. Okay. So now let us try to write some logic. Like the first one is I want to the sample contains few integers. Okay. Or 100, 200, 300, 400. Okay. Now the task is to add all the numbers and print the sum. Can anyone tell me the logic for doing this? The file name is sample.txt. Okay. I want to add how much ever lines it may be. Okay. It is not only 4. Okay. My file, it is user's wish. Okay. It can even have hundreds of lines. So I want all the numbers and it is assured that every line has one integer. Okay. All the lines, integers have to be like added up. I want the sum of all the integers. So how to do that? First, I should open the file. So what mode should I use? Hmm? Which mode should I use?
Read.
I'm just reading the content, right? I have 4 numbers. I'm reading the content. That's it. I'm not going to update anything. So only if I'm going to update, I should use any of the other modes, depending on the scenario. Okay. So I should open it in read mode. Open of the file name is sample.txt, comma. Read mode is default, right? I did not write anything. So if you don't specify anything, it is by default read mode. So I have, I've done this read operation. Next, what should I do? I should read the content, right?
Mhm.
So there are 3 ways in which I can read. One is read using readline. Third one is using read lines. So which is better?
Read line.
Readline should do.
Read line will read only one line, right? I want to read all the lines.
Okay. So that'll be read.
So read lines is better. Why? Because it will give me in a format of a list.
Mhm.
Okay, but still you're able to hear me, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay,
I can
okay,
hear
okay.
you. I
Okay,
can hear you.
okay. So there is a warning message popping up. That's why. Okay. So I will use read lines. Okay. So some list is equal to f dot read lines. Now let us print and see how the output looks like, and we'll do the formatting as per our wish. Okay. After seeing how the output comes. Okay. So this is one big, not a, this is like a small problem. Okay. Like I have a slash n as well appended or added with the string. So now what to do? So I don't want, see, one thing is I want to convert the string to an integer. So how will you convert a string to an integer?
Int of,
Yes, very good. You use int of, but I don't want the last character to be included in that conversion. Or like, will Python like eliminate this new line if you convert it to new? Okay, let us check once. If it eliminates, then no problem. So print int of. Yeah. So no problem. It is just eliminating the slash n. So no issues. We can directly convert all the lines to okay, all the
integer.
elements to integer. Okay. So I need a variable called sum. Yes is equal to 0. Then for I in L S plus equal to what?
Int of,
Int of
I mean string 100 of, I mean I of n, I slash n.
no why? Just int of I. That's it.
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
So print
Mm.
1000. Okay. Any doubts?
Sir,
Yeah, Sam. Understood, Sam?
I got it perfectly.
Okay. Very good. You understood, right? Okay. So now I'm going to give you a task, an assignment.
Okay. Assignment is okay.
No, for everyone. Hmm.
Okay.
So here the sample was just this one, right? Now my file content is going to be 100 a space. So this can be any number, okay? So let this be the mark of a student, or okay, fine. So mark of a student 94 followed by name. Okay, I just remove the content. Sorry, Sam 96. Okay, like this. Suppose there are any number of content. Okay, there can be any number of lines. Your task is to print the name, okay, of the student who has got the highest mark. Okay, so the format is mark space student name. So write a program to find the person who has got the maximum mark. Okay, so the output for this file should be Sam. Okay, so this is your assignment. We'll discuss this in the next class also. If you're able to get it, no problem. If you're not able to get it, we can discuss in the next class. I want you people to try it out. Okay. So now next is, suppose I want to add a new entry to a file. Okay, so I'll just take this content. Okay, I'll take this content and I want to add one more line in between Sam and Arun. Okay, that line is nothing but "93 Govind." So I want this particular statement to be written in between Sam and Arun. Okay, so what is the like? Can you tell me the logic how to do this? Anyone? In the same sample.txt, okay, I want one more content 93 Govind to be added in between. Okay, maybe I can specify the index. Okay, at the third index or the third location, which means the second index, the third line. Okay, I want that statement to be written on the third line. Anyone can answer.
So we can make the list first of these entries,
Hmm.
and then at the third index we can append the list.
Okay, insert a new element. Okay.
Insert, yes, yes, insert.
Very good. And then I want it back in the file. If I append, only the list will get. If I insert, only in the list the element will be added, right? But I want that to reflect in the file as well.
And then we can use that write lines.
Okay.
Readlines, readlines.
If you use write lines, okay. So like you're doing two operations, right? You're reading as well as writing.
Yes. First reading to convert the these into list.
Okay. And after that, we have to write it.
Give it back.
Correct. So you have to open the file twice. Okay. Once using read mode and second time using write mode. Okay. Fine. So F is equal to open of sample.txt, comma, read mode only, so no need to give anything. And now I'm going to use read lines. Okay, L is equal to f dot read lines. Now let us see the output. Okay, so at the third position, which is nothing but the second index, right? List. So 0th index, first index, second index. So I want this particular string to be added. So like what is the insert command for a list? Yes, L dot. For inserting at a particular index, which function, which method should we use? Yes, we
Can I
have
question
insert
again?
function. We have the insert function itself, right?
Yes, sir.
Insert of first we should specify the index, which is 2, comma, can give the string. And don't forget this slash n. Okay. So if we have a string in a separate variable, suppose s is equal to this in this format. Now what you have to do is don't forget to append this slash n. Okay. If you forget this slash n, then what happens? There will not be any gap between the second statement and third statement. It will be in a single line. Okay. So don't forget this. So I've inserted. Next, what should I do is I should open the same file using write mode. F is equal to open of sample.txt dot comma w. Okay, so I'll be writing this entire list. So what we can do is we can open using write mode. Okay, the entire content will get erased, right? I want that to happen as actually. So I want a 0 file. Okay, it means an empty file, and then I have a list already. So from this list, I can add the content because I already stored all the content inside a list. Able to follow, right? So now what is the command? F dot. I want to write this list. So I have a list in my hand. So which function should I use? Should I use write or write lines?
Write lines.
Yeah. Write lines of L. That's it. Okay. Now if we see the file. Okay. So at whichever index we want, we can just add the content. That's it. Any doubts on this?
No, sir.
Okay. So this is all about file and two more simple operations that could be done in Python is renaming a file and deleting a file. Okay. So these two operations, we need access or we need permission from the kernel, which is nothing but the operating system. Okay. So we have this library called OS. Okay. So which means operating system. All operating system related functionalities are present inside this OS module. So one such function is renaming a file and removing the file. Okay. So just put OS dot rename of. So first we should give the source. Okay. So I'm going to change sample dot txt. Then you should give the destination, which is nothing but the new file name. mm, content.txt. Okay. Now if we come to this folder, okay, we have sample.txt. You can see the file name will get changed. Okay. See the difference. See, the sample got converted to content.txt. Understood? Now, next, like to delete. OS dot remove off. So let me delete this test1.txt. Okay. If I execute, you can see it got removed. Okay, this is this is permanent delete. Okay, it will not be stored in the recycle bin. So be careful while using this operation. Okay, and this os.rename, this can also be used as the move command. Okay, so from if you want to move one file to some other directory, you can give along with the path. Okay, so some C drive to D drive if you want to move, then you can just give, you can specify the entire location from where you want to shift to, from where it wants to be moved. Okay, for that also you can use this rename. Fine. So this is all about files. So just try to do this assignment. Okay. And the next topic which you're going to see today is date and time. Okay. So in Python, date and time, okay, are not a data type of its own. Okay. So like there is a module named date time. So module means like we have OS, right? Like that we have date time module. Okay. So under this date time module, we have like certain other like functions that can be done. So like, so it is like a package. Okay. Datetime is a package. Under datetime package, you have like classes in the sense like what to say, sorry, so it's like module. Under this module you have this date class, time class, datetime class, like that you have different classes. Okay. So datetime is a module. Under this module the classes are date, time, datetime, and time delta. Okay, so date, as the name suggests, it will perform only the date operations. Okay, only using the date. So you have DDYY, sorry, DDMMYYYY. That is there, right? So only that can be accessed using date. So this is only date, only time. This is date time combination. Okay, this date, this time, that. So this particular class is present. All these are okay. All these are present inside this datetime module. So to access any of these, I have to use datetime dot date, datetime dot time, datetime dot datetime. Like that, you have to use. Okay, that is the normal procedure, right? Last class we saw about modules. Function okay, or object or a class, we have to access it using the module name, right? So this time delta is used to like um suppose today is 24th April, right? So I want what is the date 2 days after today. Okay, 2 days from today. So what is the date 2 days from today? 26th, right? Suppose using this time delta, you can do those kinds of operations. Okay, what is 30 days from now? What was 30 days before today? Or you can specify a date. Okay, 30 days before this new year. Okay, like that you can specify using this time delta. Okay. So let us do some operations and see. So first, how to create a new date object. Okay. So I told you this date is present inside this date time module, right? So in two ways you can do. One is just import date time. Okay. And after that, so d is equal to date time dot date. And what all parameters you have to give is you have to give three parameters. So date will contain three parameters, right? Year, month, and day. Okay, and all three parameters are going to be integers. Okay, 2021 and month is 4. You can just give simply 4 and then 24. Print date is equal to comma d. That's it. It will print in this format. Okay. So I'll tell you how to like print in different formats later. Now let us understand. Let us try to create certain things and see. Okay. Now, like what will happen if I give an invalid date? So if I give the like days, right? If I give 36, so now what happens? Will it simply create the date or will it throw an error? It will throw an error. Okay, that will all be taken care by the Python compiler itself. Okay. So date out of range. So you cannot create an invalid date. Likewise, it requires all three integers. Instead of integers, if you give any other, suppose if I by mistake I've enclosed this within single quotes, which means a string, right? It'll throw an error. Got it?
Yep.
No. So how to find the current date, today's date? So today's date, we have a function called today itself. Okay. So print. Okay. So let me use from import. Samuel, noise from your side, Sam. Okay. So let us use this from import. So every time we did not use datetime dot date, right? Simply use from datetime import date. Okay. Comma date dot today. Fine, it will print today's date. So I can also like so this is a date object, right? And like d is equal to date dot today. Okay, and I can also print this using d is the date object. So if we want the year alone, sorry. So d dot year. That's it. So like that you can give d dot month, d dot day. Okay. So I'll write everything. Okay. D dot month, d dot day. Okay. Any doubts in this? Similar to this, we can also give, we can also use the time.
Sir, how to get slash between date and month instead of hyphen? Instead of hyphen slash.
Yeah, we'll come to that. We have a string F format, all those date formattings are there. I'll tell you.
Okay, sir.
So from date time, import time. Okay. So for creating a date, we gave year, month, and day, right? Similarly, for creating a time, you have to give hours, minutes, and seconds. Okay, you can also give some few more parameters like uh, microseconds, time zone, all those things also can be added. But the three mandatory things are hours, minutes, and seconds. Okay. I think hours and minutes itself is sufficient. Let us try. Yeah. So if you don't specify anything, it's going to throw any error. No. Okay. So it's just creating a time with all zeros. So it will not throw any error. Okay. And you can also specify using the parameters. Suppose I want the minute alone to be given. Minute equal to 15. Okay. Fine. So like this, okay, you can just experiment and see. You just check what all other parameters present in time. So you have microseconds, you have hours, you have seconds, all those things are there, right? You can just try different things and see. You can also give a combination as well. You can give seconds, minutes, like that. And this is also an example for keyword function. Okay, we discussed, right? Keyword function. So you're mentioning what is a minute and what is a second, like that. Okay. And this will also throw a error if we give a wrong time. So seconds can be only till 59, right? Sorry, minutes can be only till 59. So if we go beyond that, it will throw error. Okay, minute must be in 0 to 59. Okay, fine. Now the next thing is date time. Okay. So now we just saw only with date and only with time. So next we'll see about the combination, date and time combination. Okay, for that we have from date time import date time. You understood this, right? Why I'm writing like this? See, date time is a module. Inside this module, you have the date, you have the time, you have date time. So like, so these are the functions present inside this date time. Actually, these are the classes present inside the date time. Okay. So to create the date time, okay. So dt is equal to date time of, and you can see the order. First, you have to give the year, then month, then day, hour, minute, second, microsecond, time zone. Like that, you have to give. Okay. So if you want to specify, then you can also specify like year equal to month equal to like that. Else you can simply give 2014, sorry, 2021. Next is month, April, day, 6, 20, 30 seconds. Okay. Now if let us print, okay. Any doubts, anyone? So if you give one more parameter, it will take it as the microsecond. So microsecond can be given with 6 numbers. Okay. I given only 5 numbers. You can see. Okay. So now, so this is the datetime object, and using the different parameters. Suppose I want to extract the year alone. So how do I extract the year alone from the datetime object? Yes. dt dot year. That's it. Okay. Fine. So now if you want to find out the current time, okay. So just put print of. So you have the function called now.
The time.
Okay. So this now is a function used to print the current time, daytime. Okay. So this is 24 hours format. Yeah. So
So
here
what
I
if we just want to print the time without the date?
without
What if we want to print just the time without
date.
the date? Yes, without the date.
Well, only this 18 you want to print, right?
Yes, only 18, 21, 22, yes.
Yeah. So like you have the date time. From this date time, we can extract like 8. Okay, 1 second. Dot time.
Okay. So I was looking for the time, but I wasn't sure whether it's a valid statement or not.
Built-in method time date time object. Okay, it's giving the object. Uh,
Date time, but no. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, great, great, great. But this is from DT. So I was thinking we can, instead of the DT, we
Yeah, we
can
can give
say
this daytime now dot
datetime
now.
dot now,
We can
then
give.
dot datetime dot now brackets, and then time.
Mm.
Very good.
This
Yes,
will work. This will
very
work.
good.
This will work.
Yes, that's what I'm looking at. Let's try and see.
Okay.
Yo, thumbs up.
Yeah. Okay. So like this, you have a lot of functions that can be performed. Um, okay. So next, let us see about this time delta class. Okay. From datetime import datetime and just storing the current date datetime dot no. Okay, this is the current time. Just print dt and 2 years from now. So like see for time delta you can specify the days. Okay, how many days from now you want to give. Okay, so 1 second. dt1 is equal to dt plus not imported time delta comma time delta of maximum thing that you can give is days. Okay, and you can also give seconds, microseconds, milliseconds, minutes, all those things you can give, but the maximum possible thing that you can give is days. Okay, so 1 year contains 365 days. So if I want 2 years from now, I should give 730. Print dt1. Okay, so this is 2 years from now. Okay, so here I can give the number of days, the time delta. Okay, like this I can give the number of seconds, number of hours, like that I can give. Okay, you just try giving. Okay, so what if I want 2 years ago? What should you do?
The dt minus.
Yes, should be minus.
Yes, very good. Okay. Okay, fine. Now let us do
So
some formatting operations. Yes, Sam.
the dt minus time delta. the days that we have indicated over here, what if we negate the day? So instead of 730, we say negative 730. Will that also work? If we have BT plus time delta into bracket days is equal to minus 730, like a
Okay.
negative kind of value.
I think it will not work. Let us see. I'm not sure. Oh, it's working. Good.
Yeah, so it's
And
working.
give negative. So it'll just take 730 days back. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So what if we give minus here also? What will happen?
Minus minus, then it become plus.
Should be plus, right?
It should be in advance.
Yeah. Let us try. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah. So
Good.
TS in advance.
Fine. So now let us see formatting the datetime. So like there are even certain shortcuts to print instead of uh, every time printing n and no, like, like that, instead of printing every time printing year, date, month, like that, have shortcuts. Okay, so let us see. Mm, date, time, formatting in Python. Okay, so that's a function called string f time. Okay, and then you have certain shortcuts. Okay, instead of every time printing percent this year dot. Okay, so okay, now dot year, now dot month, you can give shortcuts. Okay, so I'll show you the different shortcuts. Yeah, so list of uh, codes. Okay, and you have, so a lot of options are there. So if you use percentage a, so it abbreviated weekday name. Okay, Sunday, Monday, like that. So if you give capital A, you will get the entire name, Sunday, Monday, like that. So if you want the weekday, okay, weekday means like Sunday means 0, Monday means 1, like that, is that right? Okay, it will extract the weekday first, and to that it will give a number. Okay, from 0 to 6, that is percentage W. So you have percentage D. Okay, so it is the day of the month, 0 padded. Okay, because there should be two numbers, right? Okay, so maximum 31. Day of the month means maximum it goes till 31. Okay, 24. This is today is 24, right? So 24 will be the output. Okay, so if you give hyphen D, then it will just be like 1 2 till 30 31, like that. Okay, so no 0 is appended. So like that you have all these options. Okay, percentage B for month, abbreviated. Okay, so Jan, Feb, December, like that, and full name for percentage capital B. Okay, and percentage M for month number, hyphen M for normal without any um, padded 0, and percentage W, sorry, percentage Y for year in 2 digits. Okay, and capital Y for 4 digits, the exact year. Okay. And then H for R. Okay, and then I for hours in 12 hours. Okay, 12 hours time. This capital H for 24 hours time, and I is for 12 hours time. Okay, and then this P for AM PM. So using this you can do all types of formatting. Okay, so M, you have already seen small m. Small m is for month, right? So capital M is for minute. Okay, if you want to print the month name, you have B. Okay, fine. So let us see an example how to do. So I want in this format. Okay. 24. This 24th April, comma 2021. $33, whatever the second. Okay. So I want to print in this format. So what should I do now? Suppose this is DT. I'm going to print this DT. Or let me this to convert it to a string. Okay. Yes is equal to DT dot string a format of. So first I should mention. So it should be the format of within the double quotes you have to mention. Okay. So first I want 24th to be printed. So what is 24? 24 is the day number, right?
Date.
Yeah, date. So what is the format we have to use for day number?
Percentage D, small d.
Percentage small d.
So we have to learn all this.
No need, you can just browse and see. I am browsing, right?
Okay.
Percentage d, and I want this th to be printed. Okay, so we have to type the string th space, and I want this April. So how to print the entire month? What is the abbreviation? See what is the shortcut
Percentage
code?
B,
Percentage.
capital B.
Yeah, percentage capital B. Very good. Capital B, and then I have a comma and a space. Okay, so I should mention that comma space, and then 2021.
Percentage capital Y.
Yes, very good. Percentage, sorry, capital Y, and then I have a space. Okay, and then 18, which is capital H. Okay, percentage capital H, and then I have a colon here. Colon will not get automatically written. I have to type it. Okay, colon, and then 33 is minutes, right? Column for minutes. Yeah. No. Capital M for minutes, right? Yeah. Capital M for minutes. So percentage, capital M, colon, and then seconds, capital S. Okay. That's it. Okay. I should print this string. So this will create a string. I'm just printing the string. Okay. Fine. So if I want AM, PM to be added, and I want this to be in 24 hours, sorry, 12 hours format. So what should I do? I want this 06 and then PM. So for AM, PM, I have to use percentage P, and for 12 hours format, we have percentage capital I. Okay. Instead of which I'll give capital I, and after that a space and a percentage P. Okay, so like this, you can do any kind of formatting. Okay, so any additional characters you have to type it. That's it. So if I remove all the additional characters, you can see what will happen. So this is how your thing will look. Okay, so you can do some decorations, formattings and all. That's it. Okay, fine. Any other doubts? That's it for today. You can just start practicing these problems. So only if you like, not much to like memorize in this. You can just browse it. And file operations also, it's very simple. Okay, only 2 3 operations are there. And then after reading, you have to apply some logic. Just try out this assignment that I have given. Okay, and in extension to this, you can see this CSV files. Okay, so CSV means comma separated value. So if you try to like, if you're able to process this, okay, whatever assignment given, then the comma separated value file, okay, that will become much easier. So in machine learning, data analytics and all, they give an Excel, right, to do the data processing. Okay, so everything is file only. Okay, so everything will be it will be a huge file, and then you have to like, there are a lot of inbuilt functions. CSV is there, pandas, numpy. Using all those, you can just do automatic transformation, okay, to Excel sheet, to whatever format you want. But you have to understand at the back end what exactly is happening. Okay,
That's okay.
fine.
So, with
Yeah.
regards to file processing, what are some of the real life
Mhm.
applications? Let's say examples with regards to web development. How do you implement that in web development? What are some of the key scenarios?
uh, you want to know where? See, actually, Python is like, you have the Django framework where you can do web development, and Python mostly it is used for like data processing. Okay, so
Okay.
it has a huge number of libraries. Okay, so mostly it is used for data processing, because we have a lot of other nice like technologies where we can develop the websites.
Oh,
Python is actually mathematical, like viewed in the form, viewed from the mathematical point of view.
okay. Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
any complex calculations has to be done. So it is very simple to do it in Python. Instead of suppose you are writing the web page in using Java, okay, Java, HTML, CSS, and all. So you can just connect that with the normal Python code just by writing a script.
Okay.
Okay, the Python
I
will do the
some
process and returns the final value like that.
another.
Hmm.
Okay. So the I assess the 3 question 1.
Okay, one
I,
minute.
I did something. I want to check if uh, what I've done is it's okay.
Yeah.
So if we can look at the question, I submitted a response which was accepted anyway, but I wrote another statement, but I'm not
Yes.
able to run it. I want you to look at this for me and see if that's okay.
I don't know what happened. Mm. Okay, Sam, I'll help you on through WhatsApp.
Okay, okay, okay. No problem.
So
No problem.
the passwords are not loading actually.
Okay.
Okay. So any other doubts?
So
Yeah.
sir, actually in I my PyCharm I created one package, and in that package I kept 3 modules like greet, function, and there was a init file in which I kept imported all the other modules. But like in functions I have 3 defined functions: average, sum, and power. So if I am not able to call these functions in the main file, can you just repeat what you I'm not able to call these, like I want to do the average in the main file. So I'm not able to do that.
No, your question is you have a package where you have some functions.
Yeah, some files. I have modules like my module, greet module, and then I created functions. And inside function, there is sum, average, and power. So when I'm calling importing these package, so rest everything I'm able to do. But if I want to do the average in the main file, I'm not able to understand how to do this, which is under function.
Okay, now can you tell me from this point of view? I have a package. Okay, so I'll open this. Okay, so inside this package, I have area calculation module, multiply module. My module is there. So let me
No,
open multiply module. Okay.
No, not you. You didn't get me. Inside my package, I have greet.py. There is another module, then function, and then my module.
That's
And
what.
inside the function, I have this 3 defined functions: define sum, define average, and define power.
What is the name of the function file?
Function.py.
Okay, function.py. So I open this. Now what is the content of this function.py?
I've written define sum, x comma y, return x plus y.
Okay.
And then I have define average x comma y, return x plus y
function.
in the same function.
Def
X plus
average.
y upon 2 divided by 2.
Okay.
And then third I have define power x comma y, return x double asterisk y.
Okay. Okay. Now coming to so this is the function.
Yes.
And then have you written inside the init
Yes.
import?
Yes, I've written that. In
My
it,
package.
I've written import my package dot function.
Now main program.
Yes. Main program I have written only import my package as my.
Okay, let it be my package itself. Okay.
Okay.
My package dot function dot average of 3,5. Should work now. Why is it not working?
No, No, I don't, I did not do this because I think um,
Hmm.
I missed it. I did it wrong, I think so, because it was giving error.
What error? Okay, wait. Python 3. It's coming now. Average is equal to 4.0.
Yes, sir.
Did you figure out what was the mistake? No?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is the mistake?
I think when I wrote function uh, and
Within immediately gave brackets.
yes. Mm.
Okay, okay. Okay, fine.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you all. You can meet in next class, which will be on Tuesday.
Thank you, sir. We are grateful.
Thank you.
Anesh. Hello. Oh, I think she's gone. Okay.